Hello and welcome to another heads up. We're against the guy from Russia here. We get king deuce out of position, very first hand against this guy, so we'll see if he plays aggressive or not. He goes to 60, which is a bit high. Like, he can easily c-bet here and take the pot. He doesn't, and we add a second nut flush draw to it. We do not get there, so we have two pair with a king. He had ace queen, so I guess his raise to 60 was fine. We have king 9, so obviously want to play that hand, especially in position. Like, even with an ace there on the river, I would have bet. Like, the odds of me having actually hit that and having a better hand seems low. Maybe this guy is multi-tabling, I don't know. There is probably a reason why he's playing slow. I assume he's multi-tabling or he has a turbo connection. Both are possible, of course. He dunk bets the pot size, which I found to be odd. I don't think that's a great play. Like, dunk betting never is. Sure, we'll see a free flop with pocket sixes. Please see bet here. I'm obviously gonna call. So we'll lead out. If he has a 10, he has a 10, but it seems unlikely. So he called there, so yeah, maybe he has a king, maybe he has a flush draw. Seems unlikely, seeing that I already had 6 and he actually hit that 10, so lucky him to be hitting that 10. 9-5, hit bottom pair. And he doesn't dunk bet here like last time he dunk betted, so I assume he either has a really strong hand or has nothing. And he had nothing. That was just like a pretty soft bet. So ace 10, and he folded his hand on the button. Do jack all fold, because as you have probably heard enough in previous videos, I do not find that to be a good hand. 7-10 suited, would have wanted to see a flop. Ace 9, obvious button raise. We actually flop top pair and do not flush draw. The guy checks again, and this time we'll see bet a bit higher than 45. Like, we do vary our bet sizing here. He calls, and second ace comes, so if he has a 10, he probably doesn't put us on the ace, and we actually make full house here. So let's bet something like 375 and see if he pays us off. He does, and he sees that we had a full house. I'm curious what he had. Maybe he had a weak raise, maybe he did have it a 10. King 10 or something and still failed. That's so good. Jack 9, I'm willing to see a flop. Yeah, sometimes I would call that just if I hit 10. I have his entire stack, but didn't feel like it. Could be drawing so that they're 4-6 and he gives me a free flop. We hit our 4. He could easily be slow playing here, right? What am I hoping for to hit? And yeah, I can't continue here. Like, if I call, I have to re-raise there, and if I call and he bets again on the turn and on the river and he has something, it's gonna put him back in a decent position. So back to 45, get a feel about his hand, and he folds it. So king 10 here, definitely want to see a flop. Not gonna call a shove, of course. Like, every time this guy has raised his button, it has been to 60 though. He either limped or went to 60, he never went to 40 or 50 or something. So yeah, a limper. We get top pair with a decent kicker. If he bets here, I'm either putting him on a 7 or a flush draw. Like, the odds of him having let's hope he hit a 9, but the odds of him having a king there, that's better than mine. Like, just having a king there seems unlikely, and having a king that's better than mine also seems unlikely. He didn't bet though, so I was just willing to, like, if I checked there, I would just give him another free card, and I didn't feel like doing that. 5-8 of hearts, and he folds his button. 8-10, willing to see a flop. He isn't. He's down at this point, so. And I got a message. So we'll check. Totally missed the flop. Cannot continue. Previous times we have led out here, but he could easily be slow playing an ace or something. We still have nothing. Like, I would have folded to any bet on the flop or on the turn, and I'm definitely not gonna call here. So just at queen high. Like, he could have tried to bluff there, but what are you gonna get called by? So many hands beat you. So we have an ace. An ace two-handed is usually good enough. Not if you flop like that, of course. Like, he could easily have one of these two, seeing that he went to 60 pre-flop. So we are going to give up this hand. It seems likely that he has a king. It's also possible that this guy tries to rep hands, like go to 60 and then when a high card comes, just bet it. I will fold queen 10 here. Sometimes I'm willing to play for a bit higher, but he has picked up on aggression and is still playing pretty slow here. So blinds have gone up, I guess. When have they gone up? And it just went up. Queen 9 suited I actually like. Especially with a flop like that, we have a flush draw. We have two overs, so he can. It's hard for him to continue there. And we did have a really good hand. Ace 10, see what he does. He folds. I would have 3-bet there, it would have been my very first 3-bet, so he had to give it some respect. This time we have Jack 9 compared to the Queen 9, which did win us some stuff. Pocket 9s. Probably a really good hand here. The question is, do I want to get it all in? Like, I do have pocket 9s. They're really good two-handed, and he does fold. Like, he limped, I then bet pre-flop. Ace queen, come on, 3-bet me here. I'm gonna make it 450. If he shoves, and I'm calling. He had king 3, so he has life cards. I took the king away, right? Because the king then makes me a straight. So we won there, got it all in with a better hand, and another win, and I'll see you for the next one.